ladies and gentlemen, please welcome their opponents tonight. Them Killbillies, Southpaw Aric Andrews, Honky Kong Evan Banks, and Barefoot Bobby Joe Neal.
Your heroes have arrived!
What is wrong with it?
I'm like that guy.
That does a lot of good.
Do we know them? They look nice. The guy squatting looks really sweet. You might get something.
Randolph.
Brandon Day returns along with Ryan Nuzzi here in tag team action. They're going to face the Killbillies and Lee Valiant, even in the hot July weather. Here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, they still love the Killbillies.
You know, these are some good old country boys that like to drink and fight, and that's. But I tell you one thing, I've known Brandon Day for many years, just as I've known Evan Banks and Aric Andrews. I don't know much about this Ryan Nuzzi kid, but if Brandon Day has him with him tagging, then he's definitely got to be, you know, he's got to be something. But Brandon Day is all man. You do not make a mistake around Brandon Day. These guys should not be in here to joke. They should be in here to win this match because Brandon Day is not going to give them anything. He damn sure is not going to lay down for them.
Brandon Day describes his style as technical violence, which that's a scary situation. If you've got a guy who can tie you up in knots and beat you down violently, that's a double tough individual, and that's an individual that you're doubly intimidated by. And that's what Brandon Day likes to make his money off of, technical violence. As you see him now having a little word with his partner, I don't think he was expecting Aric Andrews to be able to wrestle like that. You know, you take a look at the Killbillies, you think, like you said, these are two just good old country boys, but Lee, I know you know full well, Aric Andrews in particular can wrestle.
Oh yeah, I've known Aric for years. You know, we're from the same area. Our families was close. You know, he can wrestle, but he can also fight. And Evan Banks, he can fight. That's a beautiful arm drag. Evan is showing some wrestling. But I know one thing: you cannot take this team lightly.
Killbillies were undefeated for 11 months. Back in 2012, held the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championship for 7 or 8 of those 11 months.
They was really undefeated all that time that I was gone?
Yeah, the entire time. They were, double team from the Killbillies. Killbillies were undefeated for 11 months, from January all the way up to Battlecade of last year, when they were pretty much shanghaied by the All-Stars. It was really a compendium situation at Battlecade when Eaton busted open Aric Andrews with that championship belt. Andrews bled all over the building, and it took Aric Andrews busting his head open and literally being dizzy from a lack of from a blood loss. That's what it took to finally get those tag team belts off the Killbillies. In the course of that 11 months together, they just perfected working together as a team, and no one in the Mid-Atlantic could put their shoulders to the canvas in a 2-on-2 tag match. So this is a big opportunity for Brandon Day and Ryan Nuzzi coming out of the state of Virginia, where both are very active up in NWA Fusion and some other places up in the Commonwealth of Virginia. This is a big chance for them. Word will spread if they can put the Killbillies down here in North Carolina. Word will spread all over the Mid-Atlantic, and it will create opportunities for these guys.
Big hip toss. Aric Andrews, I've loved these kids forever. And me and Aric, we get into it sometimes, but I look at him just as much as I do a brother. And
bicycle kick just puts it in the face of Brandon Day. Well, let's talk about you and Aric Andrews getting into it. It was back in Absolute Justice. You were teaming with the Killbillies. The winner of the fall would get a spot in the Weaver Cup tournament, and a lot of people say that Aric Andrews had that match won. You threw yourself on top of him trying to, a lot of people say, steal the pinfall. You two had words. It ended up working out where both of you were in the tournament at the same time. But, you know, a lot of people looked at that as an opportunity that you took to screw over your partners.
I did what it took for my followers, not to let them down, so I could get in this Weaver Cup. I didn't hear them complain about it, so I'm not going to complain about it. I did what I had to.
Tag in as we get our first look at Ryan Nuzzi. You know, it could be you and Aric Andrews in this tournament. There's only 8 men, so as we continue to talk about all the wrestlers that are involved in this summer-long tournament cover, sooner or later, we're going to be talking about one of your future opponents.
If it comes down somewhere between me and Aric Andrews, I promise you, you will not see much of a wrestling match. You will see a good old-fashioned Commonwealth fight. We will be hot-headed with each other. That's how we are. But you know, hopefully at the end of the day we can crack open a beer
or 24
and he can tell me that I'm the better man.
Good Lord, that crossface from Brandon Day is ringing Banks's bell.
And that's exactly what Brandon Day is not to be taken. Like, this guy is, I can't stress this enough. He is all man, and Brandon does not make too many mistakes. We seen 2 weeks ago, he about kicked Cedric Alexander's head off.
One of the biggest matches of the year, Brandon Day against Cedric Alexander. They tore the house down back at Opportunity Knox.
They definitely left everything laying in that ring, and that is commendable.
You can download that full event at ondemand.cwf247.com.
Big clothesline.
Good night.
Ooh. And if I was Aric Andrews, I'd be a little more concerned to get in there and maybe break up a tag, or that's because
Brandon Day has won some people over here in CWF Mid-Atlantic with that show-stealing performance.
Brandon had
2 weeks ago against Cedric.
Whether you like him or you don't, he has a following of people that like, because he is violent. Oh,
cheap shot, big German.
He just held him there, and then decided on his time when he was gonna dump him. He's a forearm. Brandon Day, look, he's in it to win it. This is. Evan Banks better get it together.
In it to win it is exactly right. Brandon Day absolutely dominating Evan Banks right now. Banks has got to create an opening. He may have just done it. Tag. Both men are in. I don't think Ryan Nuzzi appreciated how he was brought in, but Aric Andrews is legal at trying to take his head off.
What just happened here?
I think it was a lack of continuity here between the team of Brandon Day and Nuzzi.
Big spine buster.
Spine buster.
Even Brandon Day, he does not want to lose. It doesn't matter what he does not want to lose. He is a very competitive man.
What is it with tag teams not being able to get along here tonight?
I have no idea.
Lee Trembler got nothing. Fireman's carry, heads up. Oh, God, dropped him. Body and face into the mat. That will knock the wind out of you. If you hit your face, that'll knock you out. Good Lord.
Those ribs.
He caught him right in the ribs and the guts. Big angle slam. Everyone is down. Bodies are everywhere. The only one on his feet is referee Red Jones.
Brandon Day might have some broken or cracked ribs after that.
Only 2. Evan Banks got some reserves in the old propane tank.
This Ryan Nuzzi guy, he's got to get up. He's got to capitalize while these guys are both down. He's got to do something while they're both down. Brandon's down. Those ribs are hurt. He's got to do something.
It was a very grotesque way that he collapsed into the canvas after that spear. His legs did not come out from under him, so it was all impact on the sternum and the ribs. Like you said, Ryan here is going to try to wrap this up here. This will be a major victory if he can knock off Banks. Is he thinking superplex? What are we going for here?
This does not look good. Oh, Brandon Day is back up. He's back up. Back down.
Got knocked back down. Well, boy.
Oh.
Side Virginia leg sweep from Andrews. They stops Brandon Day and the Killbillies win it. Oh, boy.
I see. You better hope. You better hope it's me and you.
Well, as the tournament continues.
You better hope it's me and you, Aric Andrews. Don't think I won't throw friendship right out the window just to smack him in his face.
As the tournament continues, the Virginia boys.
I see it. We were going. That's the way we can do it right now, baby. We can do it anytime. We can do it anytime, Eric. We can do it anytime. We can do it anytime. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. We can do it anytime. I'll throw friendship right out the window. Go ahead and plug it. 2 weeks. Weaver Cup. Me and you. We throw friendship right out the window, Eric.
Swagger!
I don't care.